It's not really about knowing anything. It's about where to go to get the information.
No people? Who built them?
No people built the pyramids. We've been led to believe that this is how much they worship their dead bodies.
Right.
But the evidence doesn't show any of that.
Katt Williams just dropped a revelation that left everyone speechless. He's not talking about jokes this time. He's talking about ancient energy, hidden wisdom, and technology that might have existed thousands of years before modern history ever caught up. From temples that may have harnessed power to mysteries sealed within the pyramids, he claims the real truth has been sitting in plain sight all along. And once you catch what he's saying, you'll never see human history the same way again. What Katt is uncovering ties together everything: science, spirituality, and the origins of mankind, into one mind-blowing story the world's never heard told quite like this before.
People were coming to this region for their information and their knowledge and their things that were forbidden, and these were not these were the highest of human civilization.
Holy shit.
Is this weed talk, Joseph?
No, this is so legit.
Katt Williams suggests that there were sacred places on Earth where people didn't go to worship, but to seek forbidden knowledge, a pursuit of understanding itself. According to him, these spots represented the pinnacle of human civilization, where truth and discovery were treated as holy. Historical records from Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Sumer describe travelers crossing deserts and oceans to learn from temple priests and scholars. Ancient writings, like those from the Library of Ashurbanipal, reveal advanced mathematics, medicine, and astronomy long before Greece became famous for its scholars. In Egypt, the House of Life reportedly held thousands of scrolls explaining the intricate connections between the body, the stars, and the earth. Many of these insights later surfaced in other cultures, suggesting that knowledge moved along hidden pathways, through trade, migration, and secret schools. Whether or not Williams is correct in claiming some of this wisdom came from forces beyond human comprehension, the historical evidence clearly shows that early civilizations regarded knowledge as sacred. People protected it fiercely, traveled great distances for it, and often risked their lives to uncover the secrets of the cosmos. And from there, his theories take an even darker, more unsettling turn.
If you were to read like thousands of books about people that knew a bunch of shit, like you start finding out that it's not really about knowing anything. It's about where to go to get the information. So like when we look at all the ruins all around the world, like we're not seeing ruins of colleges and universities and all of that. We're seeing temples and synagogues and churches, but people don't understand that that's where that information was coming from for that period of time. When we went to these temples, they weren't in there singing and reading from a book. They were in there being taught things that they were able to go put into practice.
Katt argues that many ancient temples weren't just places of worship, they operated as hubs of learning and research. Within their walls, mathematics, medicine, and astronomy were carefully studied and recorded. Priests served as scholars, observing the world and documenting its laws. Their rituals, he says, encoded lessons about light, sound, and energy, conveyed not through books but through symbols and patterns. According to Katt, this explains why so many sacred sites across different cultures display such remarkable precision and alignment. These structures were essentially stone laboratories, designed to safeguard the knowledge the ancients uncovered about the universe. From this perspective, his ideas push us to rethink the very definition of civilization itself.
100% of the writings across the world, whoever said anything about space or the universe or what was out there, why were all of them correct, Joe? It's not even possible. Like, how did they know that Mars was the red planet, and why was it a worldwide fact?
Right.
Planetarily, that Saturn had rings, based upon what information? Because nobody worldwide is disagreeing.
Katt Williams argues that the ancients weren't just guessing about the cosmos. Across different civilizations, descriptions of the heavens show remarkable agreement. Mars was always the red planet, Saturn consistently depicted with rings. There were no contradictions. To Katt, this consistency isn't accidental. Historical records reveal that ancient cultures studied the skies with astonishing precision, often baffling today's scientists. The Babylonians tracked planetary movements that align perfectly with modern calculations. The Egyptians oriented their pyramids to stars marking true north. The Dogon people of Mali described the Sirius star system with accuracy that seems impossible without advanced tools. These examples support Katt's theory that ancient observers were accessing knowledge far beyond simple stargazing. He proposes that this information likely came from a highly organized, advanced source, not necessarily divine, but sophisticated and intentional. How else could civilizations separated by vast oceans record the same planets and constellations in such detail? This suggests there may have been communication, influence, or a network of knowledge connecting the ancient world. Whatever the origin, it allowed humanity to understand the universe long before modern science could. And according to Katt, the next layer of this mystery goes even deeper, revealing connections that challenge everything we think we know about history and knowledge.
Even Tesla says that this is where he came to get the information. But if you follow that information pathway, it leads you to this character called Thoth, right? And the emerald tablets of Thoth are literally mind-changing and mind-blowing. Just because you understand when this was written and the terminology being used is
When was it written?
far too accurate for now.
Katt Williams suggests that Nikola Tesla, one of the most brilliant minds in modern history, may have tapped into the same ancient streams of wisdom that early civilizations once protected. According to him, if you trace Tesla's inspiration back far enough, it leads to an ancient figure known as Thoth, and to a mysterious text called the Emerald Tablets. These tablets actually exist in historical records, though their true origin and author remain subjects of debate. They are often connected to Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary figure who represents a blend of the Egyptian god Thoth and the Greek god Hermes. While the written versions we know today date back to around the 8th century, their teachings are believed to reach into far older times. The Emerald Tablets describe a universal law that ties together every part of creation, best captured by the phrase, "as above, so below." For centuries, alchemists, mystics, and philosophers studied those words, believing they revealed the hidden mechanics of nature and transformation. Katt says discovering those writings completely shifted how he saw the world. To him, they explain how reality functions at every layer, the same kind of truths Tesla might have sensed when experimenting with wireless energy or exploring the power of vibration and frequency. Katt insists the teachings weren't fantasy at all, but encoded science, written by those who understood that energy, matter, and consciousness are all connected. And from there, his ideas begin to drift even deeper into the mysteries of what ancient knowledge might truly mean.
It's given in first person, and that's not possible. The things that are being said are impossible. Enough time has passed, though, that it's not like that. He literally says, hey, there's a spaceship on Earth, and this is where it is.
Katt Williams emphasizes that one of the most striking aspects of the Emerald Tablets is that they are written in the first person, a rarity for ancient texts. To him, it reads less like myth or traditional teaching and more like someone recounting actual experiences. That perspective is what really grabs his attention. The tablets describe forces, energies, and even technologies that seem far beyond the era in which they were supposedly composed. They mention, for instance, a vessel placed at a specific location on Earth, a level of detail Katt finds impossible to dismiss. Scholars who study Hermetic writings have also remarked on the unusual tone of these texts. They mix observations, instructions, and explanations of movement between Earth and the heavens. Many readers interpret it as testimony rather than storytelling. For Katt, this suggests that whoever authored the tablets had knowledge that humanity has since lost. The message feels active and intentional, as though it was designed to be discovered by future generations, carrying wisdom meant to endure across time.
This is that thing that you see that all the Anunnaki guys that have that look like a wristwatch. and they always have it, and you're always trying to see what that is.
Yeah, what is that?
It is a time, and it's a compass. It's a time key.
Designed to harness and distribute energy long before electricity as we know it existed. His most striking claim? The pyramids drew power from underground hot springs. According to him, the ancient builders strategically placed these structures above subterranean channels where heat and water movement created a natural charge. The limestone layers and underground rock formations on the Giza Plateau could conduct vibrations and generate small electrical currents. Katt believes the ancients understood this principle intuitively and engineered the pyramids to capture and redirect the Earth's energy upward, effectively converting natural forces into usable power. For Katt, this technology wasn't symbolic or mystical. It was practical, deliberate, and highly advanced. Every mysterious structure, every lost fragment of knowledge, points to a deeper source of wisdom and energy. He suggests that this source, whether celestial or intrinsic to creation itself, connects all life and knowledge. Across civilizations and centuries, humanity has been chasing the same question. Where does true wisdom originate? Katt calls that source God, a universal intelligence reflected in every major discovery, invention, and burst of human genius. The biggest deception, he argues, is the false belief that ancient people were primitive compared to modern humans. That misconception blinds us to the depth of their understanding. The ancients weren't experimenting blindly, they were remembering. Their temples, symbols, and texts were blueprints of knowledge, energy, and divinity unified as one. Katt concludes by saying the greatest trick history has played on us is convincing us that our ancestors were less advanced than we are today, and that notion is entirely false. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think the ancients truly knew? Your perspective might spark the next big discussion. See you in the next one.